Check. K6USY Delta Mike 06. K6USY, Delta Mike 06. K6MYC, K6MYC, K6USY.
Good afternoon, good evening. 222 Bozo Net looking toward Santa Cruz, K6MYC.
Well, right now I got you pointed at Fresno. K6USY 1079 and 1100. Back to Santa Cruz. K6USY.
Well, you sound pretty good for a guy that had bronchitis yesterday, Aaron. And I met a guy on the air this morning that was had visited you over the weekend, I guess, from Seattle or someplace up in Washington. Do you know who I'm talking about? KI7V VYE or something? ZYE?
Oh, I haven't had any visitors.
KI7ZYE, does that ring a bell?
No, it does not.
I know you didn't have any visitors this weekend, but he was down in Fresno this weekend, and he worked for you or he's worked with you. He knows all about what you're doing and what we're doing here in M squared and all the rest of that. So you must have communicated to him at some point in time recently.
Yeah, the call sign's not ringing a bell, but I'll have to go look it up. It's possible. It's just not ringing in my mind right now. But yeah, when I'm not coughing, I'm doing okay. It's been a fun week.
But it has, yeah. Okay, did I hear another voice in here? I heard K6USY. Was there another one? I guess not. So you and I are it at the moment. Beaming over towards Santa Cruz, keeping an ear out for KW6S. KW6S, Santa Cruz. Bozo Net 222, K6MYC. Everybody's hung over from Easter. How about up there into Cupertino? Let me move the antenna a little bit toward Cupertino. Cupertino, KD6SOK. Fred, are you around today? K6MYC. How about WB6JNN? Are you here, Jim? We might be all alone tonight, Darren.
Yeah, we'll have to go wake everybody up.
K6MYC, KW6S.
Oh, there you are. Okay, let me come back your way a little bit. KW6S, good evening, Tom. K6MYC, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great here. Today was a beautiful day and much done, but a lot of stuff. So, hope to actually accomplish something tomorrow.
Well, I can't seem to get a peek on you here.
Okay, well, I'm pointed where I'm usually pointed, pretty close here. So hopefully you're getting me okay. I'm not having any trouble hearing you there, so should be fairly close on. And let's see, yep. Ammeter's moving up, so should be good. Didn't say it before. It's 6:10, and back to you, Mike.
Okay, boy, you're just really, really light. You're good. I mean, I could copy you, but you just don't have any signal strength at all, Tom.
Okay, well, I'll have to do a little investigation here and see if things are actually working as well as they should be.
Yeah, no worries. I can copy you. You're fine. It just doesn't sound like much of a signal. No worries. Anyway, good to hear you. I hope you had a good Easter. I didn't hear you, I guess, oh yes, at the end you finally checked in last night on 2, didn't you?
No, I missed last night. I didn't, we didn't get a cleared out house here till probably 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I remember you telling me you had a lot of company and you weren't sure we're pretty sure you wouldn't make the net. And I can't remember now, but I remember Kim going back up. We had a real light check-in from the Bay Area anyway. We only got a total of 3. No, I don't always include you sort of in the Bay Area, you or Lee. But didn't hear Lee, didn't hear you either, so we only checked in the 30s, 30-some check-ins on 2 meters, which is, week before we had 50 over.
Yeah. Lee didn't check in on our 10-meter net, so I don't know if he'll be here on our 6-meter later on tonight or not, but he missed our 10-meter net here earlier. But, I will let you keep trying to shake people out of the weeds there and catch you on 6 meters later.
Sounds good. We'll look for you on 6. And that should be, that went pretty quick last week also, so we've been finishing the nets. I think this whole Easter week has got people kind of off schedule with Good Friday off and everything. Who knows? It doesn't matter. I don't mind at all. A lot of people are with family and have good excuses not to check into the net, of course, like you did. Anyway, we try to hold it together while we're short of people here. Aaron is feeling a lot better. He had bronchitis over the weekend, could hardly talk. He's got a voice today, but he's kind of minimizing his chatter here. So at the beginning, when we first came on here this evening, right at 7:30, he is the only one that was in here. I haven't heard Rob either. I don't know where Rob is tonight. Let me just check. Aaron, do you know if Rob is going to be here tonight? I didn't get that. Boy, I got you in a null. I can hardly hear you. Anyway, we'll see if Rob checks in a few minutes. Let me go up to the Bay Area and see if we can stir up some bodies out of the woodwork there. Thanks, Tom, and we'll see you in a few minutes on 6. KW6 Sugar. Oh, I think 6 was open lightly today. I kept hearing FT8 signals weekly in the afternoon here, but I was busy outside and I didn't come in to try and tune. I was just pointed due east, but I was hearing multiple signals, so the band was open somewhere for a little while. Anyway, we'll probably get more reports on that as we go along here. KW6S, K6MYC moving to the Bay Area. Okay, let's see. I got, oh boy. Little power line noise, or it's actually inverter noise, I guess, from the solar guy. This antenna hears that. It's just high enough to get over the ridge and hear, and probably line of sight if you looked at it. If you climb to the top of the tower, the location of the solar inverter guy is a quarter mile away, but just over the ridge. And we're line of sight to him, particularly from this antenna and a couple of others. QRZ Bay Area 222 Bozo Net, taking check-ins, K6MYC.
WB6J.
Good evening, Jim. Missed you last night, but happy to hear you here. Make a little longer transmission. Tell me what you did today, and I'll see if I can get a little peek on you. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, last night I came in just as you were going up to the north there, and so I missed you. You didn't hear me, and then you moved your antenna and disappeared. So I had to go down to the little boy's room. Sorry about that. But anyway, pretty good day today. I got out and ran around my old haunts in Sunnyvale in that area. I was going to go to the bay there, but that bay has been so built up now, I couldn't find my way to get to the path I wanted to take. And then I went by the entrance, which has been changed to the Baylands Park. So I basically went downtown and bombed around there, and came back on El Camino and saw all the different things that are there and all the same things that are some still there. So it was sort of a wandering through the big city. Never got out of the car. WB6JNN 285.
That's too bad, because it was a beautiful day over here. I think we hit about 85 or 83. It was 82 yesterday, and I think it was a warmer one today by a little bit. But I didn't do very much today. We didn't even get outside and get started on anything till about 1 o'clock, and we had fixed all the sprinklers the day before. I have the sprinkling system in the backyard now is totally working. I found all of the missing sprinklers and fixed all the broken water lines, and most of the problem was when you turned on the water, nothing happened because there was a broken water pipe somewhere, and I couldn't see the water flowing because it wasn't coming out of the sprinkler heads. But we eventually heard gurgles and traced it, and sure enough, there was water there, but most of it was just flowing out on the ground. Anyway, we got that all sorted away, and the last thing I did today was fix one more sprinkler head that wasn't covering very well. And we fixed that, and it's doing good now, so I think I'm in good shape for the hot weather. At least in the backyard. I've got to check the front. I've got a little more work to do in one area. I've got water, but I've got to make sure that that my drip system is all where it should be, dripping on the right plants and so on. Pretty exciting stuff, I'll tell you that. Okay, on your trip around the Bay Area to find out if you knew where you were, and find the old things and some of the new things. Sounds good. I did get a little better peek on you there at the beginning, so you're quite good now. I've heard you a lot stronger on 220, but I think things are just down a little bit tonight on 222. I don't know if this big gaping hole or gash in the sun is doing anything to us, but you know, if it isn't doing anything, it sure as hell isn't helping anything. But signals don't seem to be very strong tonight. Anyway, back to you, Jim, and then we'll take a standby and see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area there. WB6JNN, Bay Area Bozo Net, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, Mike. And, there's a lot of new stuff being built out there, and I got lost enough on Caribbean Drive that I ended up at the gate at Lockheed, the back gate, no less. Had to turn around there, of course, and they weren't about to let me in. And then I went back out and wandered around. I could have put the GPS on and been a little better off, but I thought I remembered. But it's been, let's see, 2011, I think. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've been out there in that area. It's built up a lot. All right, that's it from here. WB6JNN.
Okay, I was waiting for other breakers, but I don't hear anybody. Okay, well, we'll see you maybe later on 6. If not on 6 meters in a little while, we'll see you on 1296 tomorrow, Jim. 7-3 for now, and enjoy the good weather here. It's supposed to be, by the end of the week, getting into next weekend, the temperatures are supposed to drop back from 80s into the mid and high 60s. So it hasn't quite figured out that it's supposed to be beginning of summer now. All right, QRZ, Bay Area, 222 Bozo Net, taking check-ins, please. Anybody there? K6MYC, go ahead.
W6PQL.
There he is, W6PQL. Good evening, Jim. How was your game today? Over.
Yeah, the game was okay. I haven't lost any golf balls in a while. Scoring about 84 or something like that. Not my best, but, pretty much average. So it was good to get out there. Wild turkeys were all over the place. The males, of course, they had their tails out and full spread. There were bunches of them out there. I guess it must be mating season. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay. It turned it back to me too quick, and I lost the peak on you there. Anyway, okay, well, turkeys, yeah, they seem to be doing that. Somebody else asked me, I guess it was Frank, W6BBS, had an encounter with a turkey yesterday, a big male that was showing off for the females and also making sure that Frank wasn't going to try and take over his territory. So this must be mating season for sure. Anyway, good deal. Signals seem to be down a little bit all around this evening. Not up to par, but perfectly could copy, but just not bodacious. W6PQL K6MYC.
Yeah, really weak over here tonight too. Just simple way conditions are going to be going from here to there. I'll let you know how Steve did. I'll be up on his frequency in about 10 minutes, and if I don't catch you here, I'll catch you on 6 meters. K6NYC, W6PQL, 73 for now.
Okay. There's about 800 watts. Now, you're very good here, but you got flutter on you. I got a little bit better peak, but it's broad and it's fluttery. No matter where I point, I can't get rid of the flutter. So, anyway, okay, I'll listen for your 52 later. And, of course, we'll look for you on 6 meters in a little while as well. W6PQL, K6MYC. How about K6KLY or KB6BA?
Kilowatt 6, Whiskey India Sierra.
Well, I hear K6WIS. Good evening, Paul. Not real strong, but I'm sure I can find a peak. But good to hear you. We missed you last night. We didn't hear you on the bounce path, and we didn't hear you on the direct path. It was a very light night, and you may have had other things that you might have gone out to dinner or something. Anyway, we didn't hear you, but good to hear you tonight. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Good evening, everyone. Bozo Net. This is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar. Yeah, sorry about last night. I didn't participate in the 2-meter net. I was late for the one tonight. Usually I contact the Clear Lake boys up north here, but I was arrived too late. So I don't know whether they're to check them in or not, so I have to leave them blank for now. But anyway, back to you, K6MYC in the group, K6WIS. By the way, you're 555.
Okay, yeah, should be a little stronger now. I was a little too far north for you. You actually are coming in south of Jim PQL tonight, and you're stronger. You're actually stronger than Jim is over here. So it's a very odd propagation night, Paul. Okay, on last night, no sweat. And we'll look for you on the direct path here if you want, and then perhaps a little bit on the 6-meter path later this evening around 8:15 to 8:30. We should hear you on 6. It sounds like you're feeling better. You should be on the home stretch now, and hopefully you won't have to go through that again. Hopefully in a little while when they do the final analysis of everything, you'll be hopefully the big C will be free from you. You'll be free of the sea. Free from the sea. K6WIS, K6MYC.
KM6SRR, number 432.
K6WIS, yes, I'm in recovery mode right now. Hopefully no more chemotherapy. And the final PET scan is going to be in about 4 weeks' time, so I'm hoping they'll find me clear and I can carry on with a normal life again. Over.
Yeah, that would be nice. I didn't catch the first part of that because another station, KM6SR, called in over you. Good evening, Rob. What was the first comment you made in that transmission, Paul? Go ahead.
Oh, just to say I'm recovering okay, feeling better and better. Yeah, the final PET scan, if you must say, it's going to be in 4 weeks' time, and I hope they find me clear. Over.
Yeah, but you don't have any more chemo. That's just your last test, right?
Right, yeah, well, I hope there's no more chemo. Don't like that stuff. Well, if they still find something in the original tumor site, they'll probably use radiation therapy, but so that will be the second gun they can use of them.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully you'll continue to feel better and better, and your blood count will come back up to where it should be, and so on. I know you're probably close to neutropenic right now, which is a white cell count is where not where it should be. Alrighty, we'll see in a little bit, Paul. Catch you on the direct path if there is one, or on 6 meters later. 7-3 for now. K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Over to you, Rob. K6 or KM6SRR, K6MYC.
Hey, good evening, Mike and Judy. Spent most of the day on the tractor today weeding. A little different than your method. Over.
Well, I didn't spend much of the day weeding. I did pull some weeds. I probably got a half of a canister full of weeds. But I was mostly fixing sprinklers and clearing sprinklers. There was a couple of sprinklers that were clogged up with weeds, or potentially. And so I weeded in various spots on the yard, but I really wasn't very aggressive about it. I was kind of pooped out for weeding by hand with a hands and knees thing. I overdid it the day before. And I was resting my hands because it's all handwork. You know, you have to grab the weeds and pull. First left hand, and then you wear that one out for a minute, and then you go to the right hand, and then vice versa. Back and forth, up and down, forward and back, sideways. Some of the weeds come up, and then they don't come up until you get in the right direction. And then all of a sudden there's more weeds. You go the other direction, and there's weeds laying in that direction. There's some are laying down, some are sticking up. I've got thistles, or that type of plant. I've got 2 of them that are up into my redwoods. They're pushing towards 7 feet high now. Over.
Oh boy, those are nasty. Yeah, I put about half of a garbage can full of thistle the other day. I went around, just pulled it out so it wouldn't go to seed. Yeah, I spent the day with my right arm pulling the lever back and lifting the disc off the ground, and then pushing it forward and putting the disc back in the ground. That's all repetitive stuff I had to do. Over.
Yeah, I know what you mean. When I run the lawn tractor, it's forward and back with the right arm. And there's a lot of work there, just movement. Alrighty, well, let's see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area. We made quite a bit of chatter in that direction. We hopefully have stirred up anybody else that's over there. K6KLY, KB6BA. I don't think KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie has the band. Anybody in the Bay Area, please. WA6AXX on the outside chance. K6MYC calling and standing by. Okay, nothing heard. I guess we'll go on running up to Oakley. Here we go to Oakley. Let's try this one. N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Over.
K6MYC. N6RO in Charlie Mike 97, Bozo 835 for Judy. And I'll give you more detail on the contest on 6 meters, but I'm about to try something new for dinner. It's calamari tubes and, tentacles.
Testicles or tentacles? Testicles. Tentacles. Okay. TENT.
I got your report on that. It's an experiment. I'll tell you about it in 6 meters.
Okay. What's going on? You're kind of weak tonight. Are you pointed right?
Yeah. Pointing right at you, and the amplifier looks like it's doing 100 watts on voice peaks.
I just can't get a peek on you. You're just spread out like a peanut butter sandwich. You're all over the band. All right, very good. And you're going to try something new tonight. We had carnitas tacos carnitas tonight. Very good, very nice. And I'm done eating, I got my drink here with me. I forgot to bring my drink, actually. I got to go get my water. Because in a few minutes, as Carnitas will get me thirsty. See you in a little bit on 6 meters. You said you're trying something new, but you didn't fill me in. I guess you're going to fill me in on when we get on the other band, right?
Yeah, right. It looks like I had the mic gain down. Any better now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to try the calamari experiment. I normally get calamari steaks or rings, but now I got these tubes and tentacles. So we'll see what happens.
Well, that'll be interesting. When I go to a local restaurant here, one of my favorite restaurants called Pismo's, I always get calamari steak. That's one of my favorites. They make a wonderful calamari steak. And I'm just stuck on that. I don't even experiment anymore. I just order calamari steaks. That's it. But I've never had tentacles, so that might be interesting. I don't know if they've ever offered them. That may be something that I'll ask about next time. See if the chef has a whole bucket full of testicles back there. Not testicles, tentacles. I'll get it right yet. See you later. I'm going to quit before I get into more trouble. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Well, if I don't show up, it means they didn't get along with me.
No, they'll be fine.
Yeah. I can't, my local grocery store used to carry steaks, but not recently, so I got these other ones at Safeway. So, got to look around. But I actually prefer the steaks also. Say, carry on and 6RO, going away to cook.
Okay, see you in a bit. Anybody else in this direction for 222, K6MYC Bozo Net? Okay, nothing heard. The boys in Clear Lake did check in here the other day. Just a little further here, make a call to Clear Lake. Clear Lake. Dave, are you up there in Clear Lake? N1 PPP, N1 Papa, K6MYC, calling and listening. I'm not sure they still have 222 there. Okay, I'm sliding up toward the Sacramento area. Let's see, three. Okay, this should be pretty close to you, Bill. KO6KD. Kilo Oscar 6 Kilo Delta, K6MYC, over. KO6KD, K6MYC Bozo Net, over.
Yeah, there you go, Mike. You're getting close. K6MYC and the Bozos. Here's KO6KD, Kilo Oscar 6 Kilo Delta, Bozo 776. How copy? Over.
Yeah, we got good copy on you. A little fluttery, but everybody's down tonight. Nobody's up to the normal signal strength. I don't know if there's anything wrong here or not. Let me try something on your next transmission. And I don't think Darren, I don't think Darren's in here tonight. He probably did. If he got the parts, he sure as hell didn't have time to do anything with them. So we probably won't see Darren for a week or two yet. KO6KD. I could hear you. You were almost Q5 at the end. By the end of the day, end of the morning this morning on 40. K6MYC. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, you took a complete fade out on me there, Mike. A complete fade out. So you asked something about Darren, and I think his transfer is just about through being repaired. So hopefully he'll be around. He certainly should be around by next Monday. And between then and now, maybe we can try it out and see how it's working. So yeah, this morning was a big disappointment, and so we'll try it again for tomorrow. But it looks like for the next week or so, it's going to be very much hit and miss as far as band conditions. So anyway, all right, I'll get out of the way here. And there was another station here that I could hear who was trying to check in. He was asking about the net, and I did not catch a call sign, so you may put out another general call for Sacramento.
Otherwise, I'll see you on 6 meters here in a few minutes. KO6 Kitty.
No, I want you to make the call because I heard no other signals at all. So I'll make a call, but if you don't hear anything, then you make a call if you would. QRZ 222 Bozo Net, K6MYC with KO6 KD standing by. Over. Nothing here.
Yeah, nothing here either. Who was the guy that about 5 minutes ago asked if the 220 net was going to start? Are you still standing by? Well, I told him he'd be here in about 5 minutes because I've been watching the live stream, so I guess he was not able to wait. I'm sorry about that, Mike. Okay, carry on, and I'm going to go check into another net on 220, and I'll see you on 6 meters here in a few minutes.
Okay, very good. Dan doesn't seem to be in red-hot condition tonight. Everybody's down a bit with lots of flutter. I went 20 degrees either side of center before you started to fade away, so the band is just confused and diffused.
Well, almost an S9 now. You're coming in quite well.
Now, if it all gets focused in one place, I'm pointed right. There's just no peak here.
Interesting. Well, I'm hearing you great now. You're a good S9 now. Very good signal. So, all right. Catch you in a little bit. KO6 Kitty.
Roger.
Hi.
It's Bill.
Oh, hi, Bill.
Oh, hi, Judy. Nice to hear your voice. How are you tonight?
I'm very good. I just got in here to get caught up.
Okay, well, I'll get out of the way here so you can get caught up, but you still have another net to go through. So, anyway, nice to hear your voice. You sound good on the radio. 7-3s, guys.
And you're never in the way, so don't say that.
Oh, you haven't seen how much room I take up.
Okay.
All right, 7-3, KO6 Kitty.
Roger, 7-3. Listening carefully for any other voices in there. QRZ, K6MYC, Bozo Net, looking up Sacramento way.
KM6 SRR.
I hear you, Paul. Hang on a second, Rob. Can you wait, Rob?
Sure.
Okay, let me get peeked on Paul. Paul, give me a little more chatter. I'm probably a little bit short of you. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Usual QSB problem here on this band on the direct path. K6MYC in the group. This is K6WIS near Placerville. Good evening, Bill. You got a 5x7 signal. Excellent coming here on the back end of my beam. And good evening, Judy. So, Mike, your signal, it's about a Q4, or was a Q4 and about a S2, but if you can move your antenna around and find a peak, that might be a little bit better. So there was multipassing going on. Anyway, back to you, Mike. K6MYC, K6WIS, over.
Yeah, multipass for the last half, but very solid the first half and quite strong. So the band is up and down, but it just can't decide what it's going to do. Of course, we're right at that critical point where there's sundown, and the band is trying to decide whether it's daytime or nighttime. So I think that's what's going on. But you're quite strong in this direction when it settles down and quits fluttering over.
Okay, Roger. Yes, it seems the direct path is more unpredictable and variable with QSR and multipassing. The bounce pass, I think, is more reliable, over.
Well, more reliable. This one just has better peaks, but it's more unstable, that's for sure. All right, thanks much, and we'll see you on 6 meters in just a few minutes here. 73s for now, Paul. I don't think it'll take very long to get done with Nevada. There's only one station, maybe two maximum, that will be up there and operational. 73, K6WIS, K6MYC. Anybody else before I go toward Nevada? Go ahead now. Okay, nothing heard.
KM6 SRR.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I was accidentally had the 2-meter Bozo Net on and heard a couple guys on there. Marcus would like to be checked in on this net and the 6-meter net, and Daryl's going to see us over there on 6 meters.
I missed the last. Who's on 6?
Darrell will see us over there on 6 in a little bit. He was on the 2-meter frequency, and so was Marcus. Was there anybody after Bill, KO6KD? Because I was talking to them.
Just Paul, but I got Paul earlier, over.
Okay, I thought GGY was in there.
No, he doesn't have this band.
Okay, that's good. Then I'm up to date. Thank you.
Alrighty.
You going to check in Marcus, 1091, KG6, QNY?
Yeah, 1091. We've got it. And he does have this band, right?
No, but he was talking on the 2-meter Bozo Net and wanted me to check him in on this band, and 6 meters.
Oh, well, that's a stretch. He doesn't have the band. I can't really check him in, Rob.
Okay. He doesn't have a 6-meter antenna up yet. I still have to put it up. So can we check him in on 6 meters?
Yeah, we can check him in on 6, yeah. And we can't check him in on 220 until he gets something that's functional here.
Roger on that.
Okay, I think we'll go to Nevada, and then we'll come back to the Bay Area. We should hear some CW from Jim, W6PQL. He's going to try and work W6QIW down in Santa Barbara, and that's number 52. So we'll hear da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's 52. Okay, Nevada, N7 Whiskey Tango or KE7 UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform Quebec London or N7 Whiskey Tango, K6 MYC, calling and listening.
KE7 UQL, over.
Yeah, we got you, Daniel. I moved the antenna a little bit more and you came up, so I got to be a little bit further to the east here. That should be better. Anyway, good evening to you. I haven't heard anything from Larry now for about a week. He comes and goes, doesn't he? Maybe he's over on 6. There was a little bit of whisper signals that I was hearing on FT8 on 6 meters earlier. So maybe he's over there trying to keep the band alive. KE7 UQL, K6 MYC. We might also listen for Eric up there. I believe Eric has 222. I forgot that, but the last week he did check in on 222. Eric, over. Daniel.
Okay, Roger. The path is being a little uncooperative here. You're a little bit down at this time. This is KE7 UQL number 272, over.
Okay, well, why don't you give N7VAZ a call and see if he's in there, and I'll swing back just a little bit more to the north where he peaks. But give him a call. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K6 MYC Bozo Net. Over, Eric.
N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K7 UQL, over. NYC.
Who is that?
This is KG7 UQL, over.
Yeah, somebody said K6 MYC. Did you say that at the end?
Yes, I said that. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. This is KG7 UQL calling K6 MYC.
Okay, well, it's just funny because you came up and you didn't have the flutter on you for when you said it, so it sounded like another person. Anyway, no worries. Got it all okay, and I guess VAZ is not in there tonight. So we got your 272, Daniel, and we will look for you on 6, but not expect to hear you. Maybe we'll hear Larry on 6, over.
Yes, Roger. No, I do not have 6 up at this time, so we'll look for you Wednesday on 2 meters, Roger.
Okay, nothing on 1296 yet, huh?
No, I've got an 8-cut contest first weekend in May, and I'll do 1296 after that, over.
very good. We'll look for you on Wednesday then. 7-3, Daniel. Thanks for to try with Eric, and thanks for being there tonight. N7 KE7UQL K6MYC clear and listening for N7 Whiskey Tango. N7WT, Larry. Well, Larry's just not going to bless us.
Yeah, that gives us 11. Pretty low night for 220.
Yeah, pretty slim. We might get 12 if Jim works 52, but he should have worked them by now. Is it 8 o'clock or later?
It's 8:14.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess we're done. Let me go back to the Bay Area over the last call, and then we'll give it over to 6. Here we go.
Roger. K6US1.
Hey, Mike, KM6SR. I've been getting in trouble with Ralph. He's been checking in with Ken, 226. Did Ken check in tonight? Over?
No, Ken did not show here yet.
Okay, then I won't put Ralph down.
Nope. Okay, so here we are back in the Bay Area. Late checks or missed? Late checks or missed in the Bay Area for the 222 Bozo Net. K6MYC calling and standing by. Over. Apparently nobody had no 252 tonight either. So I guess we're stuck with 11 here, Rob.
Okay, 11 it is.
Uh-oh, hang on. Somebody just checked in. Who was that? Was that you, Aaron?
No, it's PQL.
Okay, W6PQL. Go ahead, Jim. Hear anybody, Rob? Aaron?
Now it's a negative 152, W6PQL.
Okay, I doubled with you. Did you work him or not?
Negative.
Roger, we assumed that, but okay. So we had a smashing 11 count tonight. We really got to get 220 back on his feet here again pretty quick. I wish we could get Ed out of the woodwork there. That would help. All right, we'll see you on 6 in a few minutes, Jim. Late checks are missed in the Bay Area, please. K6MYC Bozo Net with W6PQL listening as well.
Hey, Mike.
Go ahead.
Is anything resting on the keyboard for the streaming computer?
The mouse cord was hanging over the keyboard, but it didn't have any weight on either side. It was loose, but maybe it was pulling a key down. Is it better now?
Something seemed weird. Hold on. Okay, well, I'll make it work, but it seems funky every time I click on something.
Yeah, I'm watching you go through things here, but it's I guess is that the normal screen there?
Yes. Yeah, but the problem is every time I tried to switch screens, it was not doing what it was supposed to do.
Well, it's possible that the keyboard, the key, it could have been the space bar or something was pulled down a little bit by the cord over.
Okay, well, as I said, I'll work with it.
Okay. All right. Last call into the Bay Area. Light checks are missed, and we'll go to 6 meters, 50.140 in just a moment. K6MYC. Last call. Over. Okay, nothing heard. I guess we're done. K. 222.
What is Daniel Bozo?
Two 272.
Alrighty, here we go to 6 meters, K6USY.
Good evening, John, K6MI 711, and good evening, the other John, G6QHK. Your number again, John? Okay, got it. Thank you. Hang on, let me get rotated here. Good evening, Ben, WB6GBS 694, we got you.
Okay, we should have audio now. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
You had it. You were there. I heard your DMO 6.
Yeah, but Mike, the stream didn't have any audio. So you had audio, but the people online couldn't hear it. So K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100. Carry on.
Okay. Was that?
It was Marcus.
Oh, that's Marcus. Yeah, put Marcus's in there. He's 1091, and I think John is 10. What was your 1092, right? 1192. No, we didn't have Marcus on 222. We crossed him off.
Okay.
No, that was 1190, 119er 0, Mike.
I'm sorry, I was talking to Judy with a mic key here. Hang on. still there, John, give me your number again. We're starting to get our heads untangled here. Go ahead.
Yeah, which I'm assuming that's me, John, KG6QHK Bozo 1190.
Yeah, 1190. She had it in there. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I had it. We've got a 1090 and we got a 1190. That's what screws with my head, and I can't remember which is which. All right.
Yeah, Mike, this will be actually my first check-in on 6 meters for Bozo. I had some stuff that precluded that last few times, but finally got a chance to do that tonight.
Yeah, good. I know you had the antenna up, and we're fussing with it, but no worries. Okay. Let's see now. I'm now pointed toward Nevada. While all that was going on, I was rotating, so I was trying to multitask, not doing a very good job. Nevada. I'm not sure who's up there. We'll listen for N7 Victor Alpha Zulu or N7 Whiskey Tango. And anybody else, K7SUN. Anybody up there in Nevada that wants to check in, please. Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, 6 meter Bozo Net.
Whiskey 6, Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox. Nevada, but I'm 8982.
Okay, we've got you, General, 982, and somebody else. Was that W6PE? Was that you, Mike?
Roger.
Okay, give me a number.
The number is 620.
Yeah, 620. Every time I say it, then immediately I know that it's. I keep waiting for that number to be 1100 something. No, he's not 1100. What is he? No, 620. You came in to the picture here late, but I've got you. You've got an early number, so that's what. So it screws with my head here. Thanks, Mike. Hang on a second. We'll get around to everybody in a minute. Was there anybody else while I'm pointed toward Nevada? Nevada, please, K6MYC. And 7 Victor Alpha Zulu. Are you up there tonight, Eric? K6MYC. Yeah, I guess I'm making power.
Oh, you're most definitely making power.
Okay. Good evening, Daryl. You're sounding good down this way, and okay, let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything to comment on. Frank was down here the last couple of 2 days.
Yeah? You getting some stuff done?
Yeah, getting some stuff done, and we're making headway on solar system, and he also helped me untangle the last of the sprinkler system mysteries in the backyard. We did that yesterday, but we still fiddled with a little bit of stuff today. All right. Good evening to you, Ben. How are you doing? What's up? Did you have a good Easter over there? WB6GBS, K6MYC. Yeah, Ben's quickie. He's in and out there. John, did I hear you in here? K6MI?
Oh, yeah, I was here, 7-Eleven, thank you. And I'm on 220, but I didn't really hear anyone.
Oh, you didn't hear us on 220? I called. We can put you down, John. I can work you on 220 right now. Why don't you just give me a check-in? I'll turn the audio up here. Go ahead.
Okay, grabbing it now. Okay, both radios. Did that work?
I don't hear a thing, John.
You don't? Let's see. Dot 1. Yeah, 222.1. What am I doing wrong?
Antenna?
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm trying to help John with 220. I'll be right back.
broken connector. I'll have to fix it. Takes a few minutes. K6MI.
Hey, when that happens, John.
WB6GGY.
K6MI, KM6SRR.
K6 Mexico, Italy, K6MYC.
Yeah, the connector broke. I've got to fix it. Take a few minutes. K6MI.
Okay, well, you can fix it, John. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and check you in. So you're checked in. But if you want to make a radio check when you get done, I have the radio up really low in the background, so make a couple of calls and I'll probably hear you over.
Okay, thanks.
Betcha. Okay, so on 222, check in 711. Okay. Now we're back on 6 meters again. And pointed toward the Nevada area, looking for check-ins and getting nobody. Anybody in the Nevada, state of Nevada, K7SUN. I know KE7UQL said he did not have 6 up at the moment. N7 Whiskey Tango or N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. K6MYC calling and listening. Okay, nothing heard, so I'm going to give up on Nevada tonight and go down towards Sacramento.
Hey, Mike, KM6SR.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, while we were over in 222, I heard Phil throw his call number out there, 884 WB6GGY.
Oh, on this band. Yeah, he might have on this band, not on 220.
Correct, on 6 meters. Over.
Okay, we'll get Phil written down. Write down 884, would you, Judy? Thank you.
6 meters?
Yeah, 6 meters. And we'll catch Phil up. We'll catch up with you in a minute, Phil, if you're in there and copy and come on in now. But you're on, well, no, I'm pretty close to you, Phil. I'm towards Sacramento now. WB6GGY, K6MYC.
Oh, thank you very much there, Mike, WB6GGY, Bozo 884, and thank you very much. Yeah, I've been trying to catch up with this radio. We're copying you loud and clear here now. So thank you very much for the check-in. WB6GGY, and I hope you guys had a good Easter there, and we'll get off of it, and thank you for the check-in. You and Judy have a great evening. WB6GGY.
Yeah, we missed you this morning, Phil.
Yeah. Well, it was quite a rodeo around here. We had several deliveries, and we had half of our kitchen being redesigned and cut away, and you wouldn't believe all the fun and games that was going on here. So we had a new refrigerator delivered that didn't fit, and we had a new stove delivered that didn't fit, and all the cabinets and everything else were in danger. WB6GGY.
Sounds like a regular day at the White House.
Yeah, well, I guess I must have been practicing for that.
Yeah, you must have been. Okay. Well, we'll forgive you. You didn't miss much because the propagation was very poor. I could hardly hear Bill, and he could hardly hear me. We had modest propagation. I was copying Mark okay, but not very well. But Bob and I, of course, always have killer propagation because he's got the sloper. Everybody with low-angle radiation I don't have any trouble with. Okay, let's you get back to it there, Phil. Let's get your day in order and have a good night's rest. And hopefully they resolve the issues with the stove and the microwave and all the other stuff that didn't fit. Over.
Yeah, we did. We got some remodeling to do a little bit in order to make everything look ship shape, but we're doing good. Okay, thank you there, Mike. You and Judy have a fantastic evening. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, you and Barbara the same. 7-3. WB6GGY, K6MYC now. Anybody else in the Sacramento area? K6MYC.
759, KR6MR.
Good evening, John. See you at 759. I may not be pointed perfectly for you, but we're close enough. We'll let it go. And good to hear you. Hopefully your day went well, and it was probably pretty nice weather up there, huh?
Yeah, it was very pleasant up here today. I did not check the temperature. It was pleasant. Did go see one of my specialist doctors, and they said, we'll come back, see me again in 6 months. You're okay, so I'm happy.
Okay, very good. Nothing to do with your pelvis, huh?
No, that's another month away, and there's nothing they're going to do about that anyway.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm glad the other one checked out good, and you don't have to worry about anything for 5 months and 29 days, huh?
Yeah, something like that. I know Bill's out there. I'm not sure. I don't know. Darren's not in here. I didn't hear Darren. But Bill's out there waiting for you. KR6MR.
Okay, 7-3 for now, John. We got your 759. Thanks. And we'll see you on tomorrow night. That'll be good. Maybe we'll have some propagation for a change. That tonight on 220 was very poor. So hopefully it'll clear up and we won't have that issue tomorrow night on 1296. And we'll get some pretty good signals through. Take care. Don't fall on the steps here. KR6MR, K6MYC clear, and listening for KO6KD.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, and the rest of the Bozos out there. And Phil, I can barely hear you. If you're copying me, good evening to you, Phil. Look for you in the morning. But anyway, this is Bozo 706. Anyway, you can get a piece of me here, but at any rate, I'm checking in. I have not heard Darren, and so I'm not sure if he is out there tonight or not. K6MYC in the group, and hello again to you, John, KO6KD.
Yeah, boy, you're really weak. I'm a little bit above you. I've got two problems. Hang on a second.
India sugar 50 in on 6 meter gauge.
Okay, I'm sorry. about that. I'm back now. John is repairing a coax connector, and I told him to call me when he gets it fixed, and he's all in good shape now on 222. So, legitimate check-in on 222 tonight, but just late. I carry on. K6MYC, go ahead. Bill, I'm just struggling. I don't know why, but you're really, really down tonight on 6. Over. Copying me or not, Bill, but I'm not copying you. When I get this a little bit more signal strength, I end up getting more noise, so it's a balance, and I can't get a position. I was at 335 before, now I'm down at 331, isn't it right, Judy, about 331 there?
Yes. 329.
329 right at you, Bill, but in this position I have enough noise, but the signal did not come up. So I wonder if you're really running power like you normally would. Phil was very strong in here, very strong on 6, so I don't know why you would be so far down. And John was not bad. He was a little bit down to normal, but way down. You're way down from John even, over.
Well, you're up to an F6 now, so I'm hearing you fine. And yeah, I'm on the 7700 running 175, 200 watts. Okay, I don't know. I think it's just the band. It's just propagation. But anyway, I'll get out of the way because I know Paul did chime in here.
Okay, I think you turned it back to me. You started out very nice, about S6. And went right down to nothing, and I lost you completely, so I don't know when you turned it over. Maybe you can copy me on the stream there, Bill. We'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow on 40 meters. I'll look for you tomorrow on 40 meters in the morning there, Bill. 73. I think it's just the band. It's the wrong time of the night. The band can't decide whether it's nighttime or daytime here. KO6KD 73, K6MYC listening for KJ6KFB.
Whiskey India.
I hear you. Okay, Paul. I'm not pointed at you, but I can bring the antenna up your way a little bit. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, and good evening, Bill. Thanks for passing in my check-in here, Bill. You're 5x5 here in Canterville. And thanks for the wishes. Over to Mike, K6NYC. You're about a 5x5 to 5x7 with QSB. But a good Q5 copy. How do you copy me? This is K6WIS, near Canterville. Over.
Okay, very good, Paul. And you forgot to give Judy your number, but I gave it to her. And I got a peek on you. So we got nice clean signal from you here on 6 meters. And it's way stronger than John and Bill. So I don't know what's going on with the band here tonight, but I found a very, very distinct spot here where you peaked up nicely. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6MYC on 6 meters. Over.
Signal, but it's probably also going down right now. So I wouldn't hold it. Just checking in for the net. So wish you guys the 73 from K6WIS. What you do, Mike?
Roger. About S1 the whole transmission, but Q5 got you Q5, Paul. The band's just very unstable. You come up way nice, beautiful signal, and all of a sudden it just goes right down. and you're seeing the same thing there. I'm running about 1,500, so I got a little bit power on you. 7-3, thanks for checking in here on 6 meters, Paul, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 1296. Look for you on 1296 tomorrow. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6 MYC will be clear. 7-3, Paul. Okay, KG6 Golf Lima Alpha. I think it is. I think that's the right call sign. I got Golf Lima Alpha anyway. Go ahead. I don't have very good copy, but repeat your Bozo number a couple of times if you would. KG6 Golf Lima Alpha, kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, over.
Bozo 688. And I have you 5252 up here in El Dorado Hills in Nebraska, over.
Yeah, okay. I'm a little bit above you, but close enough. And not too bad. 688, Judy, for, is it?
Okay.
Give me, yeah, 688. And pleasure to hear you from El Dorado Hills there. Not a bad signal, that considering the bad conditions, everybody is way below normal. So it's just a very poor night. It was the same way on 222. I really don't know why we have these very big variations from day to day on line of sight signals. That one baffles me. Anyway, thanks very much for checking in. I can't remember the handle. You might give me the handle again on your final. My name is Mike, of course. KG6 Golf Lima Alpha, El Dorado Hills. K6 MYC, Central California. DM07 north of Fresno.
Mike, the name here is J, Julie Alpha Yankee J, and the prefix is Kilo Echo 6, KE6. And yeah, I could not hear you at all on 220 tonight. I didn't copy you at all on 220, so I can usually at least hear you on 220, but not tonight. So yep, weird conditions, some type of inversion or something in the valley. It's just, or something blocking the system. So anyway, you have a good night. Thanks for picking me up here on 6, and we will looking for you guys on Wednesday night to use KE6 GL.
Okay, fine, Jay. KE6 Golf Lima Alpha, K6 MYC, and okay on your 222 thing. We can go back to 222 if you want to come back. Are you still running on 222? Because all I have to do is turn the antenna back toward you. I'd like to see if we can't get through. We should be able to hear you at least. I did not hear you at all. We took several standbys. Did you copy me at all on 222? Over.
No, I did not copy you at all tonight on 220. Didn't hear you at all. So turn that off. I can turn it back on. I got it back on now, and I think I got it facing your direction. But whenever you want, I can give you a call. But didn't hear it. Only heard a few stations this evening. Even had trouble hearing the Bay Area.
Okay, well, I was pointed due south, so I'm going to come around. It's going to take a second, but I'm watching the meter here. I'll bring it around to about 330, 333 for you. So hang in there, 310, 320. Oops, I went too far. This thing screams here. Back down. 335. 335. Okay. I'm at 335 right now, and I'll give you a call on 222 there, Jay. Here we go now. I'll call you with 800 watts.
WB6 JNP. Okay, ready to copy.
We got you 107, Dane. Hang on a sec. I'm on 220.
QSL. KE6NYC, KE6GLA. You're about 41 up here on 220, over.
Okay, very good. Now you're coming in nicely here on 6. Hang on just a second. And thanks very much, Jay, for coming up on 222 there. Just strange that you didn't hear me. I talked to Bill for a little while. Bill was reasonable copy, although he was Q5, but he wasn't very strong, but I was aimed pretty close to him. And I didn't maybe go a little bit higher toward north for you. But if you were only copying me at Q4 with my 800 watts, are you vertical or horizontal on 222, Jay, over?
I'm horizontal, 7 elements and only 50 watts. 7 elements and 50 watts, over.
Yeah, well, I should be hearing you. But I think tonight was just a very poor night. But you should be hearing me way better, because I'm running way more power than you are. I got 800 watts here. 50 to 500 is 10 dB, and 500 to 800 is another 2 dB. So I've got 12 dB more power, and I could read you. I could hear you at about readability 3 on there with your 50 watts. So you sure heard my 800 with no trouble. So maybe you didn't have the preamp on or something on the transceiver. What transceiver are you using, and what's your transverter, over?
It's a Q5 transverter, and I'm just running it straight at the 50 watts for 222, and then the front end is Icon 817 I'm using for the IF. So that's it. The element, it's a Pushcraft 7 element, so it's not even really optimized for gain. It's more for bandwidth. It's more to cover both for FM and sideband. So it's not optimized for gain, over.
Yeah, that may be it more than anything, because I know the Q5 signal. I have 2 of them here, and they got really, really good noise figures. I don't use a preamp on 222, so I was hearing you through 300 feet of feed line on 222 here into the Q5 signal transverter. I've got the lower power transverter because I only need 20 or 25 watts to drive the amplifier. So I've got the 25 watt units, but they're the same except for the module. But they hear really well, both of them, the one in the barn and the one here, are identical units. So I don't know why it's not working, but you should be hearing me a lot better. I wonder if it's noise, or maybe it's just the antenna. Oh, I was hearing you. So we're not reciprocal for some reason. And so that may be something you want to kind of pay attention to. There's something missing there, and I'm not sure what. But I'm hearing you. It was very poor, but I heard you. But if you were running my power, you would have been an armchair copy here, over.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at it. I do have a 220 amplifier that I can pull out. I don't use it because most of the local guys, it's not needed around here, but maybe one of these evenings I'll put that in line and see what that does. Also, now that we're in nice weather, I'll check the feed line on that, up to that antenna, and see if there's anything going on there. But SWR is fine, so I usually think if that's fine, there's no water in the coax or anything. So I don't know, I'll check it out, but thank you. All right, have a good evening. Thanks for the extra time spent here, and have a great night. KE6GLA.
Okay, a couple more questions. On the what are you using for an IF? Frequency-wise, I know you've got the 7 ICOM for the IF there, but what's the IF frequency?
28.100. 28.100.
Okay. Yeah, I use 146.100 for mine, and I use it into my ICOM 9700s, going in at 146.1 for 222.1. It's something that you might be able to even do converting on your side if you wanted to do that. But the point is, you might look at the sensitivity. Maybe it's the sensitivity of the second stage. When you turn the transverter on, mine has a switch, a toggle switch on the right, And when you turn it on, you should hear a large increase in noise on 28. Do you hear that?
Oh yeah, it goes way up. It's almost dead quiet with the transverter off. And when I turn it on, I get a good, S1, S2 noise level.
Okay, but you can hear it audibly come up a long ways in the speaker, right?
Oh yeah, it goes way up.
Okay. Well, it sounds like it's working normal. I don't know why you're not hearing better. We'll just have to keep an eye on it and see if we can't figure out what's going on there. But it just doesn't seem to be reciprocal. On the long term, maybe you want to keep an eye out for a 2M7 or a 222-10 easy. I think 222-10 easy, it'd be a big improvement for you. It'd make a huge difference if you could find one somewhere used or whatever. Or the 7-element isn't bad, but the 10 easy is very popular. Most everybody that has anything on 220 uses the 10 easy. I think the boom length's about 10 feet over.
Yeah, that's workable. I could do that. Yeah, I had this one because it was on a you can end mount it on fiberglass, so I had a fiberglass mask for a while. Before I had a fiberglass mask, it was mounted on the end, so it wasn't shooting through the boom. Now I have a fiberglass mask up there, and I could mount something centered through the boom.
Yeah, well, you did the right thing. Unless is the 5-element on 220, is that rear mount or center mount?
It could be rear mount, and I made it into a center mount once I got the fiberglass mask. But I got this antenna at first because I wanted to rear mount it on the steel mask that I was using.
Yeah, that's a better choice, actually. That's a better way to do it. You still have to deal with the feed line. So if you didn't run the feed line off to the side off of 220, then your fiberglass mast was no different than a metal mast if you ran the feed line down the mast. Over.
Okay, yeah, I try to do it for all. There's one I wasn't able to, because it's kind of in the middle. My 1200 feed line goes down through the middle, so the only one I couldn't reroute down the side, or out of the envelope, I guess, of the antenna.
Yeah, you want to bring the feed line off to 90 degrees to the element, the plane of the elements. Yeah, so you may have, well, again, that was when it was vertically polarized. But if you go back and use it for vertical, it may still work pretty well at 440, but the gain may be rolled off pretty severely by the time you get down to 222. I think they're made for 224 to 226. So it may be quite a bit up in the band, and you may be down quite a ways. Anyway, something to look at. I can't model it for you anymore. I probably have the model in my computer, but I'm blind, so I can't use it. Can't look at it on the computer. All right, 7-3 for now. Jay, nice to hook up with you here, and we'll keep sorting out this problem on 222. But if keep your eyes open for a used 222 10 easy or something like that. 7-3 KE6 Golf Lima Echo, Golf Lima Alpha, sorry. In El Dorado Hills, K6 MYC clear. Anybody else towards Sacramento that wants to check in here, please, over. I'm looking for Reading, perhaps. Reading. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW. How about you, Rich? KD6SW, K6MYC, calling and listening. Okay, I'm not copying any CW at the moment. Anybody else? How about KE6, KJ6, KFB? Are you here, Darren? I don't hear Darren tonight, Bill, over. One more time for Reading. I thought thought I might have heard a little bit of CW in there. Reading, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6 SW, K6 MYC, calling and listening. Over. I see 756 in there. Good evening, Darren. Let me bring the antenna more toward you there. Make a transmission, Darren. KJ6 KFB, K6 MYC, 756.
Well, good. It looks like catching up after all. It's been a pretty decent, but I managed to get out here, so I thought I'd give you a holler. Kilo 56, Kilo Foxtrot Bravo.
Okay. Yeah, you're about Q4, Darren. It's not very strong. All the bands are down tonight. I don't know what it is. It's both Q20 and this band are down. Anyway, we got you checked in, Darren, and we'll look for you on Wednesday. And hopefully you'll start getting parts in here for the 222 transverter. Thanks for checking in here, Darren. KJ6 KFB, K6 MYC, 73. Okay, 73. Now going over to this should be close enough for you, Ken. Hopefully you're done with dinner there. Okay, the N6 who? Bravo Charlie Charlie?
Yep, November 6th, Bravo Charlie Charlie, 1134.
1134. We've got you, Merle. Boy, are you weak. Holy cow. Maybe my antenna's not pointed right. I don't know. But hang in there a second. Let me see if I can get peeked up on N6RO. And that should help you. N6 Radio Oscar, K6 MYC. Go ahead, Ken. Call again. Yeah, very poor. Sounds like you're beaming in a different direction here, over. You're very hollow sounding, like I'm hearing you on backscatter, over. Just no propagation on 6. That's unbelievable. I can hear you, but you sound all hollow. I don't know what my sound's like, but I've also got terrible solar noise. So my solar noise is terrible, Ken. I have zero copy. I can hear your voice in there occasionally, but zero copy. KN6 Radio Oscar, K6 MYC, over.
K6 MYC, N6RO. I called you originally on the HO loop. I'm now on a 675, and yes, the band is not very good. You copying me at all now?
Yeah, Q5, 5 and 1, 5 and 1 or so, over.
Okay, here's the 6 and 7 at 150 feet now.
Well, fine now. I don't know what was wrong before. Maybe I didn't have things in the right direction here. But no, you're Q5, but I'm not hearing any difference between the two antennas, over.
Yeah, okay. Let me switch both of them in the phase.
Oh, now this is a little better. Maybe the 6M7 up high is better. Give it to me a couple more times, over.
Okay, 6M7, 6M7, 6M5, 6M5. And here's both of them in phase.
Well, I like the 6M7 by itself. At least at that instant, you were S7. You were S7, but my power line noise is almost S6, so that's why you don't sound good. You got plenty of signal strength. It's just you're buried in my noise, over.
I have the same problem here, coming from the northeast as usual. Now that we have sort of stabilized early summer, I'm going to get PG&E to start working on this stuff. By the way, the calamari was really good. It tasted just like the steaks. Even the tentacles were great. So if I can't get the steaks, I'm going to keep buying the testicles.
You're doing the same thing I'm doing. Tentacles. What the hell is the difference?
Yeah, a quick summary of the weekend. WU6P, one of the main CW guys, remoted in the CQMM contest. He had over 1,100 contacts. He's currently number 5 in the States, only beaten by 4 guys in the other side of the Mississippi. And I just flew around on 80 meters, and I have the current world high score for 80 meter single band. Also the lowest band. I'm the only guy there. How's that? N6RO.
Well, not too bad. Not too bad. Congratulations, particularly on 80 meters. I know that's that band with all the funniness with the sun is questionable. We got this another big, huge gash in the sun. I think even bigger than the first one by 2 or 3 times, over.
Yeah, it was definitely not a great weekend. I did manage one South American, a PY, which gave me a double hole. And I was good into Asia. I had a BY and JA and those guys, which counted as DXCC. It's a very unusual scoring formula they have there, and I'm now interested in doing that thing a little more seriously than I did this weekend. Anyway, carry on, N6RO.
Yeah, Roger. Tell me again about your single op. He's 5th in the country or 5th in the world, but he only got beat out by people offshore here.
He got beat by 3 W3s, all in Pennsylvania or Maryland, and N800 in Los Angeles, Louisiana, who always beats everybody. But this time in the Mississippi, he has the highest score, number 5 USA, number 12 worldwide. So really good. He spent 32 hours in the chair, at home, fortunately. So it was a great show by, he's relatively new, but he's a very good CW op. See you tomorrow on that very high band.
Okay. What an outstanding effort. 32 hours in the chair. Holy cow. Unbelievable. Well, good score, though. At 11th in the world and 5th in the country. Wonderful. You got always trouble trying to beat the East Coast when the propagation is poor for 10 and 15 and 20 meters. All right. Thanks, Ken. We'll see you tomorrow night on 1296. Hopefully the conditions will be better and I won't have any power line noise, over.
I hope so. And one of these years, I hope to have no power line noise.
Yeah, me too. I have to cause this guy to sell his property, and whoever buys it should go onto the grid. If he goes onto the grid, I wouldn't have any problem.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get off the grid.
I know, but for Mike on the grid and get rid of this old inverter he's got, I'm sure it's the inverter. That's what we found when we drove up there a year ago. And we've been so busy with Ken's illness, Frank's sicknesses and broken legs and all the rest of the stuff, not broken, but hurting, broken back and all that. We just haven't had the time to get up there. Once the solar system is done and finished here, then we get back to that. and go down and make a visit to him and see if we can get that quieted down, because I just can't tolerate this in the summer. If it's this bad already, it's going to be horrible in the summer.
I'll do that. It's about S4 right now on 6 meters, and I hate to look at 10 meters right now, although I think actually 10 meters is very low, so it's a higher frequency noise. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see you tomorrow in 6RO.
Yeah, well, you're peaking S9. Ken actually went over 9 a little bit on that with quite a bit of QSB. He went over the 9 mark, so it's gotten better all of a sudden. But when you first called, I don't know where we were pointed. Boy, it wasn't working. But all of a sudden, you've been flying since then, and only getting stronger by the moment. So it might have been some other little leftover flare from the sun or something. One last gasp. 7-3, we'll see you tomorrow, okay? N6RO, okay, 6MYC.
Yeah, right. You were louder on the 7 element. I'm now on the HO loop, and you were picking S9 on the Yagis, and you're 7 on the loop. Over.
Not bad. About S4, S5 on the loop.
I'll take it. It's a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah, it's workable anyway. I can hear you, and if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't have known.
Okay, back to the Yagis. Carry on.
Yeah, now that goes right up over the 9. That one I can hear the difference on. That one you're quieting my power line noise a little bit. I call it power line noise for lack of a better statement, but you know what it is. Anyway, thank you, 7-3, and I'll take a standby. Is there anybody else that wants to check in with me in this direction? K6MYC at 300 degrees. Oh, and the 6 BCC. Let's see if it's any better for you, Merle. Go ahead.
I don't know if you're going to hear me very well. Man, the band just absolutely sucks tonight. I could actually hear Ken better than I could hear you, and he's on the backside of my beam right now, so I don't know. Oh, my goodness. I hope you and Judy are doing good and everything. That's what K6MYC and 6 BCC.
Yeah, well, you're Q4 and a half, almost Q5. I tried to move the antenna a little bit. It got better for a second, and it got worse. So it's just QSB on the band, Merle. We won't keep it, but we got you. Did you say you were or you were not copying Ken on the back? Over.
No, I can't even hear that. I don't even know if you unkeyed it, Mike. So we're going to go ahead and 7 if you can hear me at all. But yeah, I can hear Ken actually pretty good. I've got about 7 S units on him. And even he kind of went down a little bit through there. But yeah, you're up and down, and now you just kind of goes off into the sunset. So we'll see 7-3. I'll do that tonight. I'll catch y'all later. K6MYC and 6 BCC.
Okay, boy, I'm struggling. N6 BCC, I couldn't get all of that. But anyway, where am I pointed?
315.
Okay, let me come down a little bit more. When I point right at Ken there, you drop a bit, and I don't get good copy anywhere right now, Merle. You're much weaker than Ken, but he's running power. He's probably running a kilowatt, and you're not. So there you are. All right, 7-3. Thanks for being there, Merle, and hopefully this is a weird night. We have never seen conditions this bad on 6 meters. 7-3, I'll listen for John, W6WZZ, K6MYC. John, are you here?
You want me to relay Merle to my KSRR?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he was saying he can hear you off the back, hear Ken off the back better than he heard you.
Oh, is that what he said? Okay, yeah. It's just we got weird conditions tonight.
There's John.
Yeah, I don't hear John, but we'll check him in. Get John's number for me, would you, Ken?
Go ahead. Hear him, Mike?
No, I cannot hear him. I got too much noise. I think he's 1145, over.
It's 1140. Where are you pointing your antenna, John? that good tonight.
You're better now, though. You're best I've heard.
I can almost hear you. It's the season for noise. PG&E, thank you very much.
Rob, you might want to check your log. 1145, number 1145, changed his call a month or two ago. That's W6 Whiskey Zulu Zulu. Now, used to be KO6, weird call, KO6 something. DGJ, yeah, but now he's W6 Whiskey Zulu Zulu.
Roger, I think I sent it to Jim.
Well, anyway, Judy still had it with the old call. That's all. No big deal.
Yeah, if you do the search, it goes way to the top first, and it's probably the older call up there.
All right. Well, I got John checked in. John, you're checked in if you're copying me, but I can't hear you. I got terrible noise here at the moment coming in your direction. I'm going to go to the Bay Area and finish this thing up. I don't hear N5 NPD tonight.
Hey, Mike, did you hear Mike? KB6 WSC 775.
Okay, here we go, back into the Bay Area. And I have terrible noise, so I'm going to need some help in the Bay Area there. I got terrible noise tonight. K6MYC, Bozo Net, 6 meters, Bay Area, Bay Area. Go ahead. I hear a voice, but I need help. Anybody else in the Bay Area can somebody else relay? K6KLY or KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Zulu or W6PQL.
Mike is in there, 775, Mike.
Okay, I can't hear him, John. Okay.